Hey, what's up, YouTube? Open up a booster box of Zendikar Rising here, set boosters, and we're gonna kind of go over the cards, open up in the pack, see what you would pick. Pack one, pick one. Kind of do a little draft primer. This is a fun set to draft right here. Hope you all got a chance to. And if you haven't, hopefully you're holding on to a box for post-COVID. Here's our Expedition box topper. We'll save that for the end. All right. And let's do it. Pack one. Chase art card. Swamp. Anti-cognition. Skyclave Sentinel. Might of Marasa. Gnarlid Colony. Fearless Fledgling. Currently that's our leader. Roiling Regrowth. Bayeen Vale. MDFC. Valakut Exploration. Glasspool Mimic. Glasspool Shore. Zareth San the Trickster. And a foil Umara Wizard. In foil. All right. In this case, Zareth San the Trickster is a pretty good card. And that Glasspool Mimic is as good as your opponent's best creature. Or as good as your best creature. Your best other creature. Sorry, not your opponent's. If you already had a good creature and you're already in blue, Glasspool Mimic would definitely be your best pick here. Since we're pretty early on in the draft, it's pack one, pick one. Zareth San is really pretty good, but it does lock you into blue-black, but I think in this case it'd be worth it. But the Valakut Exploration, that landfall on an enchantment. Enchantments are generally your hardest permanents to get rid of. It's immediate card advantage and additional reach to close out the game because you can do damage to your opponent with that card by not playing it. That's without a doubt our best card here in this pack. And the Fearless Fledgling, the 1/1 with landfall, and every time a land enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on Fearless Fledgling. And it gains flying until end of turn. The fact that it keeps getting bigger, and every turn you play, it's going to have the flying. So it basically can't block flyers, but it can attack as though it had flying on about every other turn. Would also be a good pickup. The Gnarlid Colony is not bad. It's playable. And the Skyclave Sentinel, also playable. Anti-Cognition playable. Roiling Regrowth, great ramp card. I mean, this is actually a fairly good pack, and you'd be happy with just about any of them if you going down the line. But for now, Valakut Exploration, for sure. Grab all these rares. Okay. Okay. Is that a goblin or a squirrel there? Some kind of goblin coming at you. Ooh, Full Art Island. All right, we got a Dreadworm. Kazandu Stomper. Smite the Monstrous. Canopy Baloth. Strength of Solidarity. Journey to Oblivion. Spike Field Hazard. Angel Heart Protector. Tuk Tuk Rebel Fort. Crag Plate Baloth. In a limited environment, this is going to be our best pick for sure. That's our bomb card because it's hexproof and haste and can't be countered. 6/6 for 7. That extra 1 mana is enough to lock it down as, you know, with the haste for the 6/6 body there. Plus the hexproof, it's worthwhile. It's also a kicker of 2 and a green to get 4 +1/+1 counters on it. So the kicker is also on rate. It's be great in a ramp deck. Kind of go that route with that. And then we got a foil Practice Tactics. And, list card. Helix Pinnacle. Alternate win con. You got to get to 100, so you have to ramp awful hard to get that to happen in a limited environment, but it might be possible. Be a fun way to win, if nothing else. Still, my pick for this one would definitely be the Crag Plate Baloth. Other notable good cards here. Smite the Monstrous, because that is a good removal card in white. Journey into Oblivion is... it's expensive, but it is removal. It works, but it's not as good as Smite the Monstrous. And I mean, there's other playables here, but nothing first pick worthy. The Tuk Tuk Rebel Fort wouldn't be a terrible pickup. It's a 3-mana creature that gives your creatures haste. It wouldn't be a terrible pickup later either. Okay, pack 3. Sweet looking art card. Full Art Plains. Got a Royal Eruption. Scorch Rider. Blood Beckoning. Not a bad card. Best card so far. Field Research. It's on rate, it's a fine card. Into the Royal. Also on rate. Skyclave Pickaxe. I don't know if I really want that. Spitfire Lagak. Worthwhile. Probably our winner there is the landfall there. Gnarlid Colony. Nissa's Zendikar. Bright Climb Pathway. A foil, Linvala, Shield of Seagate. This is going to be our best card in the pack. It's on rate 3. It's actually a better than rate 3/3 flyer for 3. I always got the illusion token there, and you can sacrifice Lavala, and creatures you control will gain either hexproof or indestructible until end of turn to help protect something else that you have on your field. This is a good card. I mean, there's some other playables here for sure, but nothing else really touching that in this pack. It wasn't as strong as our last couple packs. Again, Blood Beckoning's not bad. Into the Royals, you know, a fine card. Gnarly Colony, fine card. You know, they're all at least on rate. Spitfire Lagak actually has some upside to it, which would definitely be a clear second pick out of the rest of our options here. And the Skyclave Pickaxe, pretty much straight up unplayable. The track card. Ooh, I like the art. Some of these art cards. Ooh, pretty island. All right, we got an Expedition Skulker. It's a playable card. We got a Tajura Blightblade, also a fine playable card. They kind of help each other out a little bit. The Tajura Blightblade will give them both that touch. Turn one that, turn two Expedition Skulker. That'd be a pretty sweet opener. Deadly Alliance removal, currently winning. Ghastly Gloom Hunter, playable. Kargan War Leader. Taunting Arbor Mage. Canopy Baloth. Shepherd of Heroes. Relic Golem. Shatter Skull Smashing. Kind of our bomb removal card, big removal card there. Kazandu Nectar Pot in foil. And a garbage token. Alright, so here, that Shatter Skull Smashing could be really good. But it could also be really bad. So the floor is not that great on it. And yes, it does enter as an untapped land. It's a bolt land on the backside. But I'm not sold on it. Not sold on it. I think our best card here in all honesty, because you want when you're breaking these down, you want to look at your bombs, then your removal, then your evasive creatures, then your average creatures, and then your don't play cards. It's the bread method of game theory when you're looking at draft cards. Don't really have a bomb here. We do have some good removal in Deadly Alliance. If you're in a party deck, it could be pretty good. Destroy target creature, planeswalker. But you also have Death Touch here on Tajura Blightblade, which isn't terrible. It's also a 1 cost, and it doesn't lock you into a given... it locks you into green, but doesn't really lock you into going heavy into the party mechanic. But Deadly Alliance edges that just by a little bit, in my opinion, because it is you get to choose which target you're removing. You don't have to wait for your opponents to attack into you. But Tajura Blightblade and Expedition Skulker are also both fine cards you'd be happy to get. But I would definitely go with the Deadly Alliance here. Our pack one, pick one. And then after those two, I might go for the Shatter Skull Smashing. Canopy Bailout's also a fine card. Nothing, it's average. And Kargan War Leader's a fine card as well. Locks you into Boros, but really the only bad side to it is it locks you into, you kind of push you to red-white if you were to first pick it. Shepherd of Heroes also fine playable with the evasion there. Relic Golem takes a little bit of work to get going, not terrible. And the Ghastly Gloom Hunter, also a fine playable card with the evasion there. Alright, next pack. Man, that's some great art on these art cards here. Okay, we got a Negate. That's our winner right there. Nahiri's Bonding. Also a good card. Probably a little bit better because it deals with permanent. It's creature removal instead of countering a non-target non-creature spell. Got a Relic Golem. Base Camp. Veteran Adventurer. Ooh, Mara Mystic. Kind of like Prowess, but she gets +2/+0. Song Mad Treachery. Subtle Strike. Combat Trick. Another Base Camp. Jeez, man, 2 in the same pack. Kazandu Mammoth. Playable. Taziri, Beacon of Unity. That's all right, y'all. This one's a bomb. There's no two ways about it. If you go, especially going into the party deck. That's a sweet card right there, and it's a foil. And then we got a Bone Horde. Also a fine playable equipment. So this is our big bomb that we definitely want, and this is also a good bomb that you'd also be glad to take in your pool. Other than that, Nahiri's Binding is definitely your next best pick. Then the Negate. And the rest of these, I mean, the Kazandu Mammoth is playable, but nothing much beyond that. The fact that it's playable, it's not a slightly better than average. Song Mad Treachery, I guess, would be playable. Mara Mystic, if you're going to go in a Spellslinger deck. All right, next pack. Ooh, I like the art on these Zendikar Rising cards, man. It's really pop. All right, we got Drana Silencer. Got Highborn Vampire. Namana Sky Dancer. Malakir Blood Priest. Namana Skitter Sneak. This is a very, very black pack. Wind Rider Wizard. This is our best card so far. I know it's not removable, but we didn't really have any removal here that you don't have to work too hard for. These other removal spells are all really conditional about you being in a party deck. But this Wind Rider Wizard lets you loot whenever you cast an instant sorcery or wizard spell, so it'd be great in the Spellslinger deck. And it's 2/2 flyer for 3, so it's an on-rate body. All upside. We got the Black Bloom Rogue. Got a Royal Eruption. Fine playable there. Turn Timber Ascetic. Archon of Emeria. It's a hate card. Might be, it's okay. It's pretty good. We got a Tormenting Voice and a Construct token. All right, foil Tormenting Voice. It's a great card draw in red. Not good enough to first pick. Archon of Myria, Royal Eruption, and Wind Rider Wizard are the only three here that I'd really be thinking about. You got that evasive body with card draw upside. This is just an on-rate removal spell. And Archon of Myria is a 2/3 flyer for 3, which is on rate, but it also causes your limits how fast the games are going to go, so it's going to slow things down a lot. Only one play per game. I typically like to go with an aggressive strategy in most of these, so if I did draft this, it would be more of a hate draft to keep it out of my opponent's hands than anything else, to be honest, because that really shuts down aggressive strategy. The strategy's middle of the way through the match, and I would probably pick the Royal Eruption here overall. Okay, next pack. Look at that art. I like these. I'm actually starting to really dig these art cards. At first I didn't care about them too much, but now I'm really liking them. Oh, that forest. I love that. Love the art there. Love that art. All right, we got a Teeter Peak Ambusher. He looks familiar. Resolute Strike. Combat Trick. Cliffhaven Sellsword. Ardent Electromancer. Sneaking Guide. Allied Assaults. Malakir Rebirth. It's a tap land when it enters. Tap Swamp. Spitfire Lagak. I actually like this art better than the full art one. Inordinate Rage. Good combat trick. Shatter Skull Charger. Marasa Brute. And an Insect token. All right, in this case, well, this is just an average card, on-rate body on the Marasa Brute. Nothing really great here. Probably take the Shatter Skull Charger, though. It's on rate, it's a big body, or it's a small body that you can keep replaying as a tempo thing, or if you got any ETB things for creatures enter, and you can kind of go down that route. Coming down the line, there's a couple things that work with that in this set. But overall, not a stellar pack. A lot of vanilla creatures here. And just average on-rate cards here. And no real good removal or evasive threats. All right, next pack. Beautiful art. Card again. All right, we got a Bubble Snare. Removal in blue. That's currently our winner. Shell Shield. Dauntless Unity. Risen Riptide. Reclaim the Wastes. Skyclave Geopede. Kabira Takedown. It's removal. Conditional. When you're already ahead, so not great. Dreadworm. Expedition Skulker. Nighthawk Scavenger. This is basically the Vampire Nighthawk / Tarmogoyf kind of hybrid. This is without a doubt a surefire pickup. We got a foil Anti-Cognition, which isn't a bad pick either. But I would definitely go with this Nighthawk Scavenger here as my number 1 pick. And then the Anti-Cognition will probably be the second best pick on this go. The rest of this pack, I mean, there's a couple playables, like the Expedition Skulker's on rate, but nothing that's really better than just being on rate. Bubble Snare is also a good removal card. I guess that would be above everything else. So probably the third best pick out of the pack there. All right, next pack. Got an Expedition Champion, Dauntless Survivor, Grotag Bug Catcher, Tajuru Snarecaster, Miria Captain, Relic X, Tangled Florahedron, Murasa Rootgrazer, Omnath Locus of Creation. That's a big bomb, y'all. It's without a doubt going to be our pick here. It was actually banned in Standard already before the set. I don't even know if the set was out for 2 weeks before Omnath got banned. But that's without a doubt our pick here. Then we got Kaza the Royal Chaser. Also a good pick. Full Art Spitfire Lagak, and a waste card from, I don't know how far back, Oath and Gatewatch, reprinted from the list. Oh, it's a foil Spitfire Lagak at that. Alright, so pack 1, pick 1 for this case would definitely be the Omnath. It does put you into 4 colors. Everything with black, which is kind of hard to get the fixing going, but better and constructed, difficult to do well in limited, but shoot, I'm gonna go. I'd probably want to go for it just for the fun, but Kaza Royal Chaser is actually a fine pickup here. It's a 1/2 Flying Haste with potential upside to reduce the cost of instants and sorcery spells. And there's some other playables here, but nothing that really stands out. Okay, third of the way through. Man, I like that art. Ooh, full art planes. And this is Zendikar, Turn Timber Ascetic, Living Tempest, Lithiform Blight, Mind Carver, Lull Mage's Domination, Skyclave Squid, Fissure Wizard, Legion Angel, Nimble Trap Finder, Skyclave Geode and Foil, Alright, here I would take the Legion Angel. It's an evasive threat. There's no real good removal here. No picks that are really good. Nimble Trap Finder's conditional. Oh, that's 2-1 for 2, which is under the low rate. It's unblockable if you hit real hard in the party mechanic. It's okay. The Low Mage's Domination is worthwhile. It's also a fine pick. And it's and there's other playables here, but nothing that's at least minimally on rate, besides the Legion Angel. Alright, next pack. Got a Cat Beast token. Ooh, neat looking art card. I like that one. Got Pressure Point, Disenchant, Territorial Scythe Cat, Kazandu Nectarpot, Shatter Skull Minotaur, Rock Slide Sorcerer, Akoum Hellhound. I like the art on that one. Another Akoum Hellhound, Soaring Thought Thief, Coral Helm Chronicler, good in a kicker deck, and we got a foil Jiraga Visionary. In this case, this would be a fine playable card. It's in the conversation because it replaces itself, and it's a body to block or attack with. It's big enough to attack. You're playing the 1 extra mana, and you're losing 1 point of toughness for the card draw, which isn't terrible. The Soaring Thought Thief, though, it's about an on rate.